Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Batman the White Knight from the Red Edition. So this is from the Target exclusive, like I said, Batman White Knight storyline. As always, we need to take a look at the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase for now. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and support channel to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the box. The front of the box looks like. The side. This is the front, you can see the full thing. The side. The back. Obviously you can see it's a red edition because obviously it's a little bit red. It's not really red, but the other side. Top. And bottom. As you can tell, this is a pretty old figure, so this was a Target exclusive, but regardless though. Now let's take a look at the figure outside the box. As always, you do come with the cards. This is the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. It does come with other accessories. So you got here like a rope here, a bat rope, if you want to call it. A little bit of gloss there. And then, of course, the matte look on the rope. It's pretty cool. You can actually hang it on his side, which I'll show you in a bit. It does come with a little gun right here. Pretty cool. Not much else in terms of the detail. Pretty clean looking. And let's take a look at the back there. And this long, I guess the end of the batarang or the rope. So again, it's clean looking, matte look. And then of course, the actual bat symbol is gloss. You can see that. But pretty clean looking. Nonetheless though, I like it. And of course, a regular stand that he's standing on. So let's take a look at the Batman from the Batman White Knight. So this is the Red Edition. There's two versions of him. One you can see up here, and this is the Target exclusive. And just like that one, this is a fantastic figure, man. I really love this figure. Well, let's talk about that in terms of the articulation and so forth. So articulation of the head is pretty good. It is limited because of the side right here of his actual cape. Up, down, it's not the greatest. Left and right, it's limited because of this. But the sculpture is fantastic. Just look at that sculpture and that grin on his face looks really good. And you can see that thin paint lip on there, like a light brown, very, very thin. And of course, the white eyes. Well, they're not really white. Almost look like a little bit of blue on it. It's like a white, bluish kind of light blue on the actual eyes. But it looks really good. And look at that grin on here. On the cow. It just looks fantastic, man. I really like this figure and the sculpture design. And also, too, just the style of it. That's what I like about this figure. Especially that chin. It has that kind of look to it, similar to the comic. Because sometimes when you do comic adaptations of figures, they don't look really that good. And this one, it looks a lot like the comic. And when I say a lot, I mean, I'm referring to, you guys can see it in the box, just look at that grin kind of style, also present here. So that's what I like about this head sculpture. So overall, head articulation, it is limited. Head sculpture, I think is really, really, really good. And of course, the paint is clean looking. Those white eyes look good. And the painted lips, I dig it. Shoulder articulation, it is limited because of, again, the cape. Bicep articulation, it's mine's a little stiff. Elbows, good. Wrist, good. Torso, not the greatest. Yeah, not the greatest, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But just look at that massive body, man. Look at the massive biceps. And it's a really cool looking sculpture design figure of Batman. You got a little bit of paint there, obviously designed. Then you got here the spikes on here too. Look really good. Very defined, very masculine abs. Same with the chest. And of course, that Batman logo. I like how it's black. Because again, it gives it that extra look to it. Because the other one, which I'll show in a bit, it's just black and gray. But having that black here with the light brown, it really does stand out and pop. And I really, really dig it. I wish this part was actually black. So that way we can kind of match it up. But it is what it is though. The hands again, you got those trigger hands. And I gotta say though, man, this is a cool looking figure, man. Very similar to the comic. Here's a look of the actual cape itself. I do like the design here, even on the sides is ripped there. Again, it gives it an extra style look. But what I like about the cape, it goes all around his neck. So, unfortunately, articulation on the head is limited because of the cape. But it looks really cool, man. It looks really, really stylish. And that's what I like about this figure. And so, to me, I think this is a very good sculpture figure. It looks similar to the comics. The paint's good. It's clean. Again, I do like the black, like I mentioned. I like how this kind of textured material look to it, which I really dig. The cape looks good. I gotta say, man, this is a good-looking Batman figure. The upper body looks good. Let's take a look at the utility belt. I do like the utility belt. It's very big and it's just out there. I like how it's all like a matte look to it. A little bit, no. Yeah, it's kind of a matte look to it, but then you get that knife right there. It has a little bit of gloss. Again, it really does stand out. And I like how the belt, it's a little different. So here you get the little hanger right there for, you put it around right there. You can do it, if I can, there we go. Just like so, alright? You can have the right there hanging, or you can but I like the belt. I like how it's different. So you got a little design right here, and then the other side you get a different design of the belt. See that? That's what I like about it. It really does look really cool. And then definitely a huge buckle right there. Let's take a look at the leg articulation. Legs good. Knees good. Ankles good. And of course toes good. In terms of the legs, it's clean looking. Got a little bit of design right there. Also here on the side. Give it like a kind of like a robotic look to it, if that makes any sense. And you got more here on the feet on there. So in terms of the leg sculpture, it looks good. It looks clean. But the paint, again, it looks good. It has that maroon paint here. And what I like about the maroon, it's kind of like a matte look. Same with the orange. And I'm sure people can customize it. You know, maybe paint it, get a little bit of gloss. But other than that, though, again, the legs look good. It's a clean looking lower body. So, of course, the main question is it worth your purchase? Is this worth the purchase of, well, the retail price is $20. And I think for me, for retail price, I think it's a fair price. Because you get a cool looking figure, the sculpture looks good, it's clean looking, but the paint is a bit limited, but it looks good though. If you read the comic, I really appreciate it. So to me, I think $20 is a fair price, because you do get some actual accessories, right? You get the little accessories right there. The really long one, which I don't know how you can pose that. And of course, the little batarang. I mean, the grappling gun. And for a cool looking sculpture design, this really unique Batman look, I dig it, man. And I really like it. And I think for me, for $20, I think you get a really good looking figure. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is a red edition, so this is Target exclusive. So if you can get this one for retail price, I think for $20, I think it's a fair price. It's nothing spectacular in my opinion. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. This is one of those figures where if you read the comic, you're familiar with the comics, or you like that kind of style, definitely get it. You're probably going to get it already, like I did. But if not, I can see a lot of people passing on this one. I'm not hating on it. Again, it's not bad. It's just one of those figures where it's only for a certain group of people, if that makes any sense. But to me, though, I really like this figure, and I think $20 is a fair price for the regular one. This one, again, to me, since it is exclusive one for this particular one, I would say no more than $25 for me. If you pay more than $25, that's all on you. But for me, I wouldn't pay no more than $25. It's a cool looking figure, like I said, and I think for original price for the black one, retail I think is $20 is a fair price. So that's just my opinion on this figure. And that's that. Here we have the same figure. This is a Target exclusive, and this is the regular one. So here we have both of them. In terms of the sculpture design, they're identical. There's not really much of a difference. The main difference is going to be the paint, as you can tell. So the paint's going to be like the major difference. Obviously, you can tell the yellow. This one has like a creamy look to it, a light brown with white look to it. Obviously, the big color difference is going to be a burgundy, and the light brown. This is going to be obviously gray and black. And another main difference too that I noticed, in terms of the color, or paint I should say, the white eyes, this one's present with white eyes. This one has regular eyes, you can see that. And this one has that different color eyes. So keep that in mind though. But apart from that, they're pretty much identical figures. They both look the same. Articulation is the same. Everything, again, it's the same figure. The only main difference is, like I mentioned, it's just that it's going to be the paint itself. So if you are interested in getting this one, here's a common one, and here's a Target exclusive one. So If you think this one's better or the red one, leave it in the comment section. Here we have the the Target exclusive red Target. I was going to say the red edition Batman White Knight, and of course the Justice League Batman comic figure. So really good looking figure. They both look good. But if you were to ask me which one would I prefer, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna go with this one. I like this one. Don't get me wrong. This is a really cool figure. I like this one. But if I had to choose between these two, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with the Ben Affleck one. They both look good. Don't get me wrong. They both look really good. But if I had to choose one and only one, I'm gonna go for the Ben Affleck one because it looks good and I like the armor look to me. Here we have the Bat Family Amazon exclusive Batman figure from the Three Jokers sculpture design, and of course the Target exclusive Batman White Knight figure. They both look good. Definitely a lot taller on the Bat Family Amazon Target or Three Jokers Batman sculptured figure. A lot taller, but I will say that this one has definitely more defined muscles. But they both look good regardless of. You can't go wrong with either or. I really like both of them. But you can see definitely see the height difference right here, where this Batman right here, the Three Jokers one, is a lot taller compared to the Batman White Knight. Here we have the Azrael Walmart exclusive one from the Dark Knight. I can't remember what story is that line. What story is this from? I forgot already. Wow, I blinked out for a minute. Dark Knight Return? No, I can't remember what storyline this is from. But anyways, Azrael, and then we have Batman Batman the White Knight. I try to find the Azrael regular one from Batman the White Knight. I don't know where I have it. I can't find it. So I have no idea if I gave it away. But anyway, so that's beside the point. That's off topic. So here we have comparison in terms of the height difference. And again, Batman White Knight is a little bit shorter. Not a whole lot, but just a tad bit. But we'll do a little bit of face-off. And you guys can see the height difference. And you can really see the height difference. So he's a little bit shorter, but not a whole lot, though. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this figure? Do you plan to purchase this figure? Or do you already purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So it includes an overview of Batman, Batman White Knight, or Red Edition, or Target Exclusive Edition, and on to the next one.